Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is our day, and I am really excited to bring you this full moon reading. So this is the full moon in Leo that is happening right now, and so this is just a reading for us to kind of delve into what may be being illuminated. Oftentimes, full moons can bring things to completion before we begin a new cycle. So this is also about kind of understanding that, but most importantly, sort of how can you sort of get the most out of this full moon? What do you need to be embracing as a part of your spiritual journey toward joy, love, and abundance? So that's what we're up to today. And there's 3 piles for you to pick from. You're going to be able to go down to the description and pick which one you feel most drawn to. And I'm going to show you these cards and we're going to get to it. If you are interested in a personal reading, please email me at abundantjoytarot@gmail.com. I'll get back to you with the details. And other than that, if you're liking the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what's resonating with you. It helps me to keep giving me the fire to keep going and providing messages that hopefully are supporting your journey in a powerful and positive way. So let's get started. So for pile number 1, you have this card here, and we will reveal it in the reading. So pile 1. Okay. For pile 2, you have this card here. If I can lift it off of here. Okay, they look very similar actually, but there's a difference for sure. Mountain, the caverns. And then for pile 3, you have this card here. Interesting. All right, so I've pulled a bunch of oracle cards and tarot cards for us to see what the message is for you to fully embrace this full moon. I'm excited for you, and let's get into your reading. So go to that description box, take a deep breath, see which one is calling to you, and then go ahead and pick your timestamp, and I'll see you in the reading. Okay, hello pile 1. This is your reading. If you chose this card here, then this is going to be your full moon reading for this full moon in Leo that we're going into. What do you need to know? What is some guidance to help you to fully embrace this time and energy? All of that. Okay, so let's see what is revealed. I kind of left it a bit open because I wanted to see what messages were going to come through from your spirit guides and in regards to this energy that is happening right now for us. So you were drawn in by this card here, which if I can get this off of here. Okay. So you've got new moon in Libra. Know you are loved. So new moons are going to represent some type of beginning, something that is going to be emerging into your world. So even though we're at a full moon, this energy is saying, you know, when one thing closes, right, another thing opens. And I love this for you because it says, know you are loved. All right. And this card here is really talking about that there's going to be a kind of either a new or a renewed energy of love that is going to be coming into your space, whether that be familiar love, like family love, platonic love, romantic love, whether you're single or attached. It could be in a new professional relationship, but overall, it's really talking about a heart-centered place of love. And for you, the guidance here for you is for you to be open to receive love. And so we'll see what the other messages are here, because I'm getting the sense that some of you may be in a place where you have, even if it's just been recently, but I don't think so. I think it's been a little bit longer. that you have struggled a bit with being able to receive love, either in a current relationship that you're in, or past relationships you're in, or maybe even if you're single right now, just not knowing if you're open to that space. And so this card is really calling for you to, wow, I really got that, like that, to sort of overcome this mountain, right, that we have here, this mountain of indifference, this sort of stoicy, like hardenedness, right, that you may have, and allow your heart to sort of open, right? This is a great card for something new that is going to be coming in, all right? And your affirmation for this card is that love makes my world go round. So embrace love. You know, that's the first message that we have. Embrace love. Now, I pulled some oracle cards here. And the first oracle card I pulled was the archetype to see what energy are you kind of walking with at this time. And you've got the wounded child, okay? So in light, and this is coming up in light, but in light, it is awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. So those who chose this pile, you beautiful souls that chose this pile, you're walking in a space right now where actually your heart is very much wanting to be open to give to others, to have compassionate. It's just that some of you may have been stung, and in being stung, it makes it a little bit harder for you to open up that beautiful heart that you walk around with, okay? In shadow, it says, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. But we're really looking at a space where you're walking into this full moon from a space of being open and willing to forgive. And it's just about allowing your heart to be open to that. The other oracle card you got here before we get to your tarot. Look at that. Beautiful. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Okay. Wow. So this is a full moon energy. So it's about you coming to a new place. What I'm hearing from that card is you coming to a new place of self-love and self-acceptance, and knowing that you are beyond, you're more than enough. Beautiful souls, you are more than enough, and your heart is gigantic. So allow it to open to your world around you. Allow the love that is coming in and coming out of you to flow freely, and it's going to open up a new level of abundance in your world. Now let's see what kinds of, what your tarot cards are giving here to give us more of the full story, and then we've got a couple of oracle cards to end us out. But so I pulled cards from a couple of decks to make sure that, you know, there's 3 decks that I pull from, so that each pile would kind of have an opportunity to get, you know, whatever, depending on what spirit wants to show us. So you've got the 3 of Cups. Look at that joyful card. Okay, reunions, indulgences. The 3 of Cups really talks about a celebration, a heart-centered celebration that's usually with close friends or family, but this, like, that sense of like either, you know, if you're getting with your girlfriends or getting with your boys, or, you know, getting in a mixed crowd and just being able to chop it up, laugh, enjoy each other. It could be at a specific event. So it could be at a wedding. It could be at a birth. It could be, it just could be just a regular, we're getting together because we want to love on each other. It also is telling me, as I'm holding this card, that it is this time period is an opportunity for you to reach out to those people that are close to you, to spend time. This level of joy, I just love the energy of this card, because this level of joy actually opens up your heart chakra, your heart energy, which is what you want to really embrace during this full moon. You've got the 6 of Cups. Beautiful. Let's see what all we have here. Okay. The 2 6 of Cups. Beautiful. Wheel of Fortune. Nine of Inspirations, which is the Nine of Wands. Hopefully you can see that. I might need to put that up there. And the Three of Voices, which is a heartbreak. So this is what I must have been feeling earlier. I'm going to move these over a bit so that we can see your tarot more clearly. These are for the other readings. Okay, so this is for you. And you've got the Three of Cups, the two Six of Cups, Six of Cups, we're definitely going to take a look at that. The Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Wands, and the Three of Voices, which is going to be the Three of Swords. So that Three of Voices is really calling to what I was really feeling earlier in the reading, in that, you know, this space of not allowing your heart to be fully open. And that is coming, I believe, from some type of heartbreak that you've experienced. Now, understand that heartbreak, we experience heartbreak in a lot of different ways. It can come through, obviously, through a relationship, a love relationship, a partnership, a marriage, or just a connection of some kind. But it can also come through family. Our families can definitely break our hearts, as well as friendships. Close friendships can break our hearts. A job, if your heart is in your job and something goes on there, it can be heartbreaking. Okay, so there's multiple ways. Now, this card in particular in this deck, when the Three of Voices comes up, it really speaks to me about someone who's kind of suffering in silence. Oftentimes we are suffering in silence, but in this particular image, it's so clear that she is behind the door. No one else is sort of seeing her pain. And so she is really struggling behind the door. And so it gives me this, and she's in shadow, right? So, but right behind the door is a light. So there's an opportunity. It's interesting because, like, I'm seeing that light and then I'm seeing this light. There's so much light in your connection with friends and family. If you're feeling isolated in any way, pile number one, please reach out to friends and family. They are waiting to support you. Not only that, but you've got two Six of Cups, which is amazing because that's just so serendipitous that would occur in this pile. But you've got two Six of Cups, and remember, the Six of Cups talks about nostalgia. It talks about childhood nostalgia, but there's also kind of a giving, that almost sense of charity that comes from the Six of Cups, a sense of support, innocence, childhood memories. It can also sometimes our childhood memories can hold us back a bit and cause us pain and cause us to be a bit stuck. But what's interesting here is you've got support of friends and family here. You've got a celebration. It could be that some of you went through a celebration of some kind that has, or you're either preparing for one or you've recently gone through one in which is bringing up kind of a rush of nostalgia. Okay, maybe these are old friends that you're getting to see again and it's kind of reminding you of a certain time, or maybe they just have similarities, or the time has a similarity. Like you remember a time in your childhood where you felt that kind of joy and freedom and innocence, right? That is coming up here. The thing is, it's interesting that you've got two, like a double. It's like really, it's almost like you are spending a lot of time kind of reminiscing over the past. And that can be both positive and negative, pile one. So I want you to be mindful of how much time you're spending in terms of memory. If those memories are bringing you joy and helping you to move forward in your life, then absolutely embrace them. Allow yourself to kind of sit in them. If they are bringing you sorrow and pain and heartbreak, then I encourage you to move to a place of forgiveness. Know that you are loved. Know that you are enough, and continue to move yourself forward. Because what's beautiful about this is you've got the Nine of Inspirations, which is telling you to persevere, Keep moving forward. The Nine of Inspirations is the Nine of Wands. It's like you have been carrying a load and a burden for some time, and the spirits are really just asking you to keep holding on because you are about to come to a turn. And then you've got this beautiful Wheel of Fortune that lets me know that you might not even be aware that underneath the surface, right? Underneath the surface, all this work that you've been going, time has been going, your heart is turning and your world is going to be turning. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about good fortune, good news coming in to shift your world in some way. So there's a need for you to hang on, whatever it is that you might be struggling with, wherever you may feel wounded, wherever you may feel heartbroken, wherever you may feel stuck in the past in some way, Pile One. It is important for you right now as we move through this full moon to allow yourself to release any of that pain that you may be holding on to and be able to step fully into the newness of this Wheel of Fortune that is turning things in your direction, okay? Beautiful. All right, so that is what I am seeing for you in terms of your tarot cards. Now let's take a final look at some additional, guidance from Spirit to support you as you move through this Leo full moon. And you've got Courage, Blood Moon, beautiful, Courage. Look at that image. There's this sense of you like stepping out. Like I feel like the people in this pile, you are going to be stepping into a new, this like feels, it's like a new horizon. And the fact that it's a blood moon, just, it reminds me of like passion and intensity. Like there are going to be things that are going to be illuminated for you. But this card itself is telling you that courage is there available to you. You're halfway through your current battle and you have more left in reserves. That's exactly what this Nine of Inspirations is saying. It's saying persevere, hang on. Humans often struggle with change, but sometimes change is absolutely called for, and this may be one of those times. So you may be moving out of a place of the past, right? And so be careful about holding on too long to past memories because it's time for things to shift. It's time for the Wheels of Fortune to be able to move towards you, okay? This is talking about go ahead and in this time of the new moon over the next, 2 days or so, or 3 days, do some shadow work. Understand that a change is definitely coming. This card confirms that even further, and not to cling to the past. This is an opportunity of opening that's occurring for you right now. So grab onto your courage and step forward into your new world, your new vision for how you're going to be moving. Understand that we take with us the joys and the things of the past that are worth carrying with us, and we leave the rest behind, okay? You've got, yes, Sky Bridge, possibility for union. What this card actually speaks about is that you've come to a crossroads, or basically like the end of the road. You can't go backwards anymore. It no longer exists. The only thing that you can do is make that quantum leap to the Sky Bridge. That's what this card actually calls for. And yes, you may take a moment or two to catch your breath before you take that quantum leap, but then you got to take that quantum leap, Pile One. So it is time for you to move forward. And it asks the question of you, what needs to be further connected in your life and what needs to be disconnected? Okay. So really allow that question to sit in and decide what needs to be connected further and what needs to be disconnected. So when you get ready to take that quantum leap forward in your life, you're jumping toward that which needs to be further connected. Okay? This is all confirming what we're seeing here. You've also got detachment and letting go. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's absolutely time for you to let go of the past that is holding you back in some way and take that quantum leap to the future. Detachment says, with detachment, you finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire, or I'm hearing a particular person. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled, okay? So there's a need for you to kind of pull back, even though I am saying absolutely you need to allow your heart to open and flow freely. But in this process, in order for your heart to fully open, you've got to detach from those things that are not feeding you, okay? Stop pouring your heart into those things that are dying so that your heart has the energy to fully blossom and renew itself, which it so easily will, okay? When you move yourself into situations, surround yourself with people that are reciprocally giving you love, okay? Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Okay. Oh, wow. These are very strong. Yeah, pile one, you definitely, it's time. There's something that you know you need to be moving toward in your life. For some of you, it can be as simple as in yourself, basically taking a quantum leap to yourself, to loving yourself, to holding on to yourself, to embracing yourself, to being there for yourself. When others are not able to be there, you need to always be there for yourself, okay? And then finally, you've got, look at that. So it's interesting because with your reading, there is this duality that is happening throughout the reading. So the sense that I'm getting is that many of you are in a situation in which there is something that is almost parasitic, parasite-like in your life that is pulling you back, pulling you down, whether that be your thoughts or another individual or an old way of thinking about how you should be or how your life needs to be or whatever that might be. With the duality of something new coming in, new opportunities coming in, a new energy of love coming to the fore, a new possible relationship coming in. This is mirrored souls. It's like finding that connected human being in which you both recognize each other's soul and there's an easy flow. Now, it could be romantic, it could not be romantic, but whatever it is, it's deeply heart-centered and deeply connected. And the thing is that you cannot fully meet the individual that is a mirrored soul for you until you have let go of things that are not, that are pulling you down in some way. This detachment and this letting go is the guidance from spirit. They're saying let go, because the other thing is you cannot take a quantum leap across to the sky bridge if you got a bunch of energies hanging on to you, okay? A bunch of people, a bunch of thought, if you're weighed down in some way, if you're sitting in heartbreak, if you're weighed down, you're not going to make the leap. So you've got to lighten your load, pile one, so that you're ready to be able to fully receive the beauty that is awaiting you. I want to share with you some of this from this mirrored soul card here. This is coming from the Cosmic Oracle. I love this connection here because it is heart-centered. And the very first thing is, know you are loved. Okay, this is talking about that there is indeed a mirrored soul either currently in your life or coming into your life that is reflecting back to you hidden aspects of yourself. Both beautiful and challenging, the connection of mirrored souls is one of the hardest yet most fulfilling relationships you will ever experience. Serving as cosmic mirrors, each soul reflects aspects of the other that may need healing and balancing. So it may not all feel wonderful, okay? Because when you get that reflection, it's reflecting back what you need to see, like how you need to grow, how you need to heal, right? If you have issues with self-worth and self-love, your soulmate will soon mirror to you those same qualities or do things that may cause those hidden shades to surface. There will be times when you feel very tested and challenged. However, if you see this beautiful partnership as an opportunity for growth, both you and your partner will come to embody unconditional love. Okay? So you're moving through the shadowlands and coming to that place of acceptance, love, and compassion. This is the greatest gift you can bestow on yourself and on each other. All right. So this is all connected to the heart and the sacral chakras. So I would invite you to do some meditations on your heart chakra and your sacral chakra as you move through this beautiful full moon in Leo, and embrace what is going on with your heart. Allow your emotions to flow. Allow yourself to be open in a way that may seem even a little bit scary, Pile 1, as you're going through this phase. But know that it's bringing you to a much greater place of growth, of joy, of love, and abundance. All right? That's what I see for you. You are definitely enough. You're more than enough. You must hold that and know that in your spirit and in your heart, and know that you are loved. And I will see you in the next reading. If you like the readings that you're getting here, please hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Have a joyfully abundant day. All right, bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So we are doing, again, what do you need to know? What is the guidance that is coming to you? What might be manifesting? What might be closing out for you as we enter into this new moon full moon in Leo period that we are going into right now. And so you were drawn in by this card here, and we are going to take a look at, I did look at what is here. I did leave the reading fairly open because I just wanted to see what messages were going to come up for you in regards to this full moon period. Okay, so let's take a look. So you were drawn in by this card here, which is the new moon in Gemini. So again, pile 1 actually had a new moon. And again, new moons are going to represent a type of beginning. So although full moons can often say, kind of something's come to its fullness, come to its completion, the new moon is going to be the beginning of a new cycle. It's going to be something new that is coming in for you. And you've got new moon in Gemini, which is saying, think it through. Okay. So you don't have to be a Gemini for this to be relevant to you, just to be clear. Like, it's just the energy that is sort of over you during this time period of the full moon. Okay. If you were drawn into this particular pile. The beautiful thing about this card is it says that a positive outcome lies ahead, but you need to be mindful to take this as an opportunity from the others and make it real. Okay, so you need to have a positive mindset. So when it says like think it through, it's about leaning into your headspace. What are you sort of I want to say poo-pooing, but what are you like not allowing to be positive in your life? What are you worrying about so much that you've got kind of a negative thought pattern around it when you're actually trying to manifest it? So it's like mind your thoughts, okay, is what I'm hearing. So mind your thoughts. Be mindful of what you're thinking about. Think about what it is that you're expecting, because understand that what your expectations are often lead to what you get. So begin to expect greater, begin to expect bigger, begin to expect the impossible, right? And see what begins to emerge in your life. Expectations are what you attract. So if you're having doubts, talk to someone or make a list of your goals. There's a way through, and make sure that you are making a plan or creating in your head what that way through could be, or just allowing the possibility of there being a way through in any situation, okay? Because when you begin to worry about something and confine it, right? If you confine it in your thoughts to, it can only be this or it can only be that, you kind of stop the flow of your manifestation. Understand that God in his infinite power, the universe in her infinite wisdom, has ways that your mind cannot even conceptualize how the thing can come to be, okay? So just trust and know, and don't get caught up in thoughts that begin to rationalize yourself out of your blessing, out of your manifestation. Think it through, but think it through positively. The archetype that's walking with you right now, or the energy that you're kind of walking into this full moon with, is wow. Okay. God, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the internal force within yourself and others. As soon as this card pulled over, what I felt was just this strong sense of stillness, this sense of clarity, peace, almost like if you've ever had the sensation of being like on a mountaintop where all the clouds are there and there's like a clarity in the air, like the air is crisp and clear in a really high place on a clear day. That's the energy that just fell over this pile. So this sense of like you understanding that there is a greater force that is around you and inviting that force in, and you being able to display benevolence and compassion at the highest level is walking with you. And that is really, really gorgeous. It's actually quite touching. Actually, it's a very benevolent feeling. It's very loving and open and clear and still. You've got a new start is coming, new moon. So there is just there's something coming for you, Paul, too, which is very, very positive. There's a great opening that is occurring for you. And I'm excited for you. And all they're really asking of you is for you to keep your mind stayed on freedom, right? Stayed on your own freedom. This card is a great big giant yes card, that good things are coming your way. This is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. It's totally positive. Excuse me. And it suggests that something new and exciting is developing. So the situation you're asking about, or we're talking about you moving into this full moon, right, is going to be blessed. All right. You are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course, and just feeling more positive about achieving your outcomes. Okay. This card is just a complete blessing of like new, beautiful things are emerging. And I love this for you because the energy that we've got here is like, keep your mind, stayed on freedom, if you will. Let yourself marinate in this beautiful energy of benevolence and compassion, trusting and knowing that all things are possible, okay? And then witnessing the miraculous new things that are going to be coming into your world. Absolutely, yes, okay? Absolutely, yes. So this is what we're seeing here. And now we're going to look at your tarot cards to see if it can give us more of the story before we look at some final oracle cards. So you've got, okay. So your tarot cards, Two of Cups, beautiful. Ace of Wands, there's that beautiful new beginnings, good news. Aces are always going to be a beginning, but the Ace of Wands is going to be a passionate beginning, a creative beginning, excitement, movement, fire, travel, birth, creation. Like it's just such a beautiful, abundant, card, and the Two of Cups is really talking about that soul-centered connection. It can talk about partnership and love, but it's also like coming together in a heart-centered union, whatever that might be, whether that be in relationship, love relationship, family relationship, or even a creative partnership. You've got the Eight of Wands. Y'all, this is coming in fast. The Magician. Love that. The Four of Swords. Let's talk about that. The Muse of Voices, which is going to be like the King of Swords. And the Nine of Voices, which is the Nine of Swords. This is like a reminder. So the Nine of Swords. Okay, so the Nine of Swords really can talk about you allowing your thoughts to overwhelm you, keep you from having the sleep and the peace that you need. It talks about anxiety. It talks about just mental gymnastics that we play in our heads that can really cause us additional stress that's unnecessary. This to me is being spoken to with this Think It Through. There's a need for you to really mind your thoughts, pile number 2. Make sure that what it is that you're holding in your mind is going to be leading you in the positive direction of your dreams and not holding you back on what you fear. Do not allow yourself to keep your thoughts on what you fear. Okay? Absolutely. Be realistic. Take into account the things you need to take into account. Do what you need to do to prepare, to protect yourself, to do whatever you need to do, but do not keep your thoughts stayed on your fear. Shift your thoughts as quickly and as often as possible to that which you are wanting in your life, that which you are manifesting as this magician energy in your life. So I wanted to speak to that first, but overall what I'm seeing here is that as we saw before, a new beginning is coming in for you. You all, it's coming in fast. The Eight of Wands is the fastest moving card in the deck. It always sort of talks about something moving in quickly, right? It's almost like it can be a message or things just moving quickly. And so because we're talking about a new beginning, it follows directly after the Ace of Wands, this new beginnings, this good news, this creative spark, travel, excitement, all of this good stuff that's going to be coming in with this Ace of Wands, and it's going to be coming in quickly because you've got this Eight of Wands, okay? And then you follow that by the Magician card, and the Magician card is all about your personal alchemy and your ability to be able to take from nothing and create with your own hands, your own thoughts, your own personal soul alchemy, the things that you most desire in your life. This is why it is so critical for you, pile number 2, to mine your thoughts, but not just mine your thoughts, but to creatively leverage your thoughts to create the magic that you need in your life to bring the things into fore. All right. Now, part of the ways that you're going to be able to do that is to be able to take some stillness for yourself. You've got the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords talks about rest, restoration, almost kind of going into a meditative state. So what I'm seeing for you all is for you to, whenever you find your mind going into a space where it's spinning out of control with fears or doubts or worry or anxiety or you need to stop, pause, even if it's for 5 minutes, take a meditative break and consciously shift your mindset to a dream state of what it is that you want to see in your world. Okay, this is your personal alchemy, your personal magic, pile 2. Okay, so it's really important. It's really important. Don't say, oh, I don't know, I don't know about, just trust me. If you come to a place where you find that you're spinning out of control, you're waking up in the middle of the night and you're anxious and you're worried and whatever it is, stop, breathe. Allow yourself to drop into your spirit and go to a place of imagining that which you might not even see possible in your current circumstances, but that which you desire. Okay? Allow yourself to dream the impossible and to do it on a regular basis, particularly over these next couple of days during this full moon. Okay? This is going to be a timeless reading. So whenever you come to it, it's fine, whatever is coming up for you. But I'm doing it during the time of around the Leo full moon, the first of this year. So I just want you to be really mindful of your thoughts. Now, what's beautiful here is that you've got the Muse of Voices, which is like the King of Swords. And so what that lets me know, the King of Swords is abundant and successful and has come to a place of balance within his mind. Okay, because swords represent the intellect, the ideas, the thoughts, the mind. Okay, and you're struggling a bit with anxiety. You're struggling a bit with your thoughts. All right, and this is talking about mastery over your thoughts. This is why I want you to do the work, Pal 2, of stopping your thoughts. Like, stop the negative thought. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't have to be, because I keep hearing like, but this is realistic. I need to be real. I'm practical. I don't need to be dreaming my life away. Okay. If that's how you feel, I understand that. But what I'm telling you is that it is an alchemy. It is your own personal magic to be able to dream the impossible and watch that become your physical reality. So even if it's not something that you see in your physical reality, it may not even seem realistic to you to even stop and do that. It's going to be okay if you take 5 minutes periodically throughout your day and let yourself drop into a dream state. Okay? That doesn't mean that after the 5 minutes you can't go about taking the next practical steps that you need to do in your day. But this is going to be your personal alchemy so that you can actually actively change the energy and the physical environment around you. Okay? Now, let's see what your final message is here. Support, moon circles. This is gorgeous. So there's also a need for you to lean into your community, lean into those people that you trust, those friends that are around you. Let them know what's happening. Talk about your dreams. Talk about what's possible for you and allow others to pour into you. Ask for their support on helping to move away from anxious thoughts. Okay? Let that be your guide. This is the final guidance from Spirit. Look at that. Beautiful. The farther gate, bold step forward. A new thing is coming in, y'all. It is time. This card right here talks about, you can kind of see like you're standing at this gate, okay? But the gate is open and there is a farther gate out there waiting for you. It's like you have been a farmer who has been tilling and working for too long, and it's past the harvest. The harvest has already come in. It's giving you what it's going to give. And in order for you to get a bigger harvest, you got to go out. You got to go out to get the next field, get the next journey, whatever it is. It is time for you to take a bold step forward in the direction of your dreams. It's time to come out from behind the gates and step out into the world, Pal 2. Okay? And this energy, this newness that's going to come in is giving you the invitation to step boldly forward and to do it quickly. Because it's time. It's 100% time for those who chose this pile. You've got inner child and gratitude. Wow. So gratitude says, fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. Okay. I love this, like hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are so magical. And there is this sense of like, they have found where to go to get their special nectar. And so what I'm really hearing here is that your special nectar, if you will, Pal 2, is gratitude. Your special nectar, whenever you get into that space and you can start, how I said, take that 5 minutes of dreaming bigger, thinking of, letting your imagination fly. The way that you can tap into that is through gratitude. So your special nectar, your key to your gateway is gratitude. When you start to feel anxiety and worry and stress, immediately shift yourself to what are you grateful for in your environment. If all you can say is, I am grateful for the fact that I can think about things that I'm grateful. That's what it is. I am grateful that I am breathing. I am grateful that I have food in my belly. Hopefully you have food in your belly. I am grateful that I have a roof over my head. I am grateful that my blood is pumping. I'm grateful that my heart is still beating. I'm grateful that I can walk. I'm grateful that I can talk. I'm grateful, whatever it might be. I'm grateful I can see. I'm grateful I can hear. Like, you can go on and on and on. But that is going to be your secret nectar to get you into the space of manifestation. All right. And the inner child here says, allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. Okay. Some of what's going on with this anxiety has to do with that inner child in you who is afraid of something because maybe you experienced something where you didn't have what you needed. Okay. A lot of us did. And so it's time for you as the adult to now go in and nurture that beautiful spirit of your inner child that is within you. Okay. And you can do that by imagining with that inner child, being reminded of the dreams of that inner child, and trusting and knowing that you can bring many of those dreams into fruition by allowing yourself to dream bigger in them. Okay? And you've got emotions. Yeah. So your final card from Spirit is talking about this state of dealing with your emotionality, right? Understanding that your emotions, our emotions are actually vehicles to our soul's journey. They help guide us along the way. Your heart is what is guiding your soul's journey. The head is more associated with your ego, but the heart is guiding your soul's journey, and your heart is where your emotions are going to live. So it's time to acknowledge and release suppressed emotional energy in a positive and constructive way. Pile 2. Emotions and feelings assist us in navigating our way through life. They are fundamental to determining the health of our physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Many people suppress emotions regularly, like every day, okay? And the reason is because there's a fear that our emotions will consume us. But neglected, stored emotions create an almost volcanic pressure inside, which can be detrimental to your health, to your physical health, your emotional health, obviously your spiritual health, okay? So this card is encouraging you to allow your emotions to flow in a safe space for you. Express your emotions. If you're sad, then cry. If you're angry, be angry. Acknowledge what's going on. If you're joyful, laugh out loud, dance around your house, but let your emotions come out, okay? It's easy and tempting to resist unpleasant emotions, but the only way you will be free of this energy is to walk through the emotions. Writing down your feelings, releasing your emotions to nature, or talking with someone you trust are just some of the ways that you can dispel any of your pent-up energy. So be gentle with that inner child, be compassionate with yourself during this process. Okay, and this is all connected to your sacral chakra. Okay, so you can do some meditations in there. We've talked about this idea of being connected with others. You'll have to find some places of restoration, but understand that you are the magician. You are able to create the newness that's coming into your life. And you're getting a push with this full moon because new opportunities are coming in, a new project, and it's going to be coming in quickly. So hang on, prepare your heart, and step forward into the beautifulness that's coming. There's good news on the way, all right? I would love to hear if this resonated with you. If good news comes in, please come back and drop it in the comments. I want to hear all of the good news, and I want you to be able to do the work that you need to do to mind your thinking and allow your emotions to come to the fore so that you can get to the other side and fully embrace all of the goodness, all the good newness that's coming into your life. So that's what I have for you, Pile 2. I hope that you have a joyfully abundant day. If you like the readings that you're getting on this channel, please hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And please drop a comment for me. Tell me what resonates with you. Which pile did you choose? That also helps me to kind of feel guided in the work that I'm doing. And I thank you for being here. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next reading. All right. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your full moon reading. So if you chose this card right here, then this is going to be your reading. And again, we're just looking at what is the general messages for you as we go into this full moon of Leo that's happening here in the first of the year. And basically, I've left the reading fairly open because I just want to hear, see what messages are coming up for you to guide you through this full moon energy and what might be coming forward for you, what might you need to release, kind of what is just in general going on for you at this time. So it's a fairly quick reading, but that's what we're about today. And so you were drawn in by this card here, and this card is going to be first quarter moon in Taurus. Release control. Okay. So the first thing about this card is it asks, like, what are you holding on to? What are you holding on to so tightly? Whether that be an idea or a person or a thing or a job, or I don't know, something that you're holding on to so tightly that you're not willing to release it. It's just something that you're holding on to tightly. And what you're being asked to do here is to release control. Okay. Might not be that you have to, go run out and quit your job or leave your relationship. That's not what this is saying. What it's saying is for you to release control. Allow yourself to go with the flow a bit more, okay? Because what's happening is you've got to trust, okay? You've got to release it to the universe, and you've got to trust that the universe is going to bring back to you what is best for your highest good. So if you're feeling possessive about someone or something, your challenge now is to live and let live, okay? If it's in a financial situation, self-worth is the key. Avoid any kind of quick get-rich schemes or anything like that. Trust and know that your good is coming to you. There's this sense of like you just taking a deep breath, pile 3, and letting it go. Just letting it go and knowing that you're going to be okay. You're going to be 100% okay. You're going to be more than okay because the universe is going to fully take you to your highest good. Sometimes when you're holding on so tightly, you can't, the universe cannot steer you because you're like rigid. And so you've like grounded into the ground. It's like, it's like one of those toddlers, if you will, that like makes their body stiff. Their mama or the daddy is trying to bring them out and take them, out of the car, or bring them even into the toy store to get them something good that they might like, or get them a treat, and they've decided that they just don't want that. And so they just go into that stiffness and refuse to move. That's kind of like what this energy is, that you're holding that kind of stiffness, and the universe is like, just let go, beloved. Just let go, because I've got great things for you. So that's the first thing I'm seeing. And then the energy that you're walking with, child divine. Look at that. It's that same energy. So innocence, purity, redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. The divine is wanting to come in and just love on you, pile 3. Okay, but you've got to be able to release. You got to be able to release so that you can look at all that goodness, all of that joy, all of that love, all of that light. Okay, there's a need for you to be able to really step into that innocence. Allow yourself to be freer than you're allowing yourself to be at this time. Look at that. Surrender. We got release control. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. And that's exactly what we're talking about here, is the full moon. And I want to look more deeply at that. But again, what you're being told here is that it's time for you to let go. It's time for you. And this is specifically saying surrender to the divine. Okay. Surrender to the divine. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, a turning point. There may be some kind of change, and that may be what you're trying to avoid, that there's going to be some kind of change. But beloved, just understand that you cannot avoid change. Change is inevitable. It is going to happen. And what makes it hard is our rigidity. When we're unable to be agile in the change, change is hard, okay? But it doesn't have to be. And so the divine is really saying that it's time for you to surrender. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface, which is why you're holding on, okay? So no matter when in the moon cycle this card comes up, matters will soon conclude, and you will find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, okay? This is a positive card. But you need to work harder than usual to keep cool as the events unfold, to let go, pile 3. Surrender to the divine. A wish you made is about to come true. Wow. There could be a sense of madness in the air. So breathe deep and stay calm. When things are really at that point where it's like it's about to burst, it's kind of like that energy. I live in the southern United States, and when there's going to be a big storm, like a thunderstorm or something like that, the sky feels pregnant and electric. There's like it's like almost a chaos that you feel before anything falls from the sky. You just know, you can just feel it and see it, and it's like in the air, right? And that's what I'm getting here, is that there's almost like a bit of electricity that's around you because there's about to be a downpour. But the good news is that the downpour is going to be a positive change for you. Something that you've been desiring perhaps for a very long time is coming to fruition. So just hang on, okay? And let go. Right? I just said hang on and let go, but what I mean is let go and hang on to the universe and to the divine, and know that good things are coming. All right? Beautiful. Let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what we've got out here. Okay. Let's see, I've been doing this over here. Okay. So you have 9 of Swords. Look at that. Right at the beginning. This is about anxiety, okay? It's about you being so heavily in your thoughts that your thoughts are literally torturing you. And this comes from not being able to release. Okay. It's really important. This is also talks about guilt. It talks about regret, but it really talks about holding on. It's a mental state of being in which your negative thoughts are running the show. All right. And so it's really important that you begin to let go. Look at her. Wow. There's so much light around her. Okay. There's so much light around her. You've got the Queen of Cups. Tap into your emotions. We just got through talking about what's happening, where your emotions are probably really top of surface right now. What is happening with your emotions? You have the power of the Queen of Cups right now. The Queen of Cups is beautifully feminine and also very much in touch with her emotional landscape. And not only her emotional landscape, but the landscape of those around her. She's intuitive, but she is emotionally balanced. And so there's a need for you to be able to don't ignore the emotions that are coming to the surface, beautiful Pile 3. Pay attention to them. Allow yourself to feel them so that you can be ready to receive the beautiful manifestations that are coming forward for you. Look at that. The Knight of Wands. Yes. The Chariot. The Devil. Thou art loose. And the Ace of Materials. Yep. So what this is saying here, like the Knight of Wands is going to be that creative. All knights are about moving things forward. Okay. And the Knight of Wands in particular, wands, remember, represent fire. They represent creativity. They represent birth, creation, that which is coming to the forefront. Okay. Passion of some kind. So there is something that you are passionate about, a wish that we saw earlier, a wish that you've been wanting is going to be coming true. It is moving forward. Okay. And it's going to be moving fairly quickly because the Knight of Wands is a very fast moving knight. So it's about something creative, something heart-centered, something that you're passionate about coming to fruition. And then what you've got here is this beautiful, the Chariot card. And I love that the Chariot card is right here because the Chariot card represents moving toward, your soul's purpose. The Chariot card comes into play when the individual has met both their shadow and their light. They may have tried to move forward in the past and failed, but they learned the lesson from whatever it is that they were doing, whether it be in relationship, whether it be in career, whether it be in, finances, whether it be in family, whatever it is, creative project, creative endeavor, a hobby. But they learn from their mistakes and then they pick up and go again. But the next time they are moving straight towards success because they are now balanced. They're emotionally balanced. They're balanced with their light and their shadow. They're moving themselves forward. Okay. I love this. And, it's like she's got this shell that's like on her brain, on her brain. There's this sense of like her thoughts are moving at a pace, she's riding a snail, right? But the snail has wheels. So she's moving forward and she's moving forward very clearly, but she's moving forward in a very balanced way because she has brought together her shadow and her light and she is moving forward in the direction of her life purpose. All right. That's lovely because it's really saying that you all, as a part of this full moon, you are going to be directionally moving forward with a bit of speed and stepping away from all of these thoughts that might be torturing you, finding emotional balance and moving towards your life purpose. Now, what you need to be mindful of, the Devil card is not something to be afraid of. Whenever I put the Devil card down, I always hear the phrase, thou art loose, because the Devil card is an illusion. The devil, it is an illusion that you are unable to break the chains that are holding you. Okay. So when I see the Devil card, it just is a reminder to me that more things are possible. And sometimes when I see this particular Devil card, it also reminds me that the Devil card represents for me sometimes a little bit of let your freak fly, like have some fun, Let some things go. Like, don't be so rigid in your way of getting somewhere. Allow yourself to just kind of go with the flow, but know that nothing is trapping you, that you are not chained. That is all an illusion, and that you can move in whatever direction you want to move. Let the illusion of being trapped, the illusion of you're not enough, the illusion that something cannot get done, that something's impossible, let all of that go. Surrender to the divine and understand that all things are possible. Therefore, thou art loose. Okay? And then you've got this beautiful Ace of Materials, which is a beginning. And not only that, but it's the beginning of a solid foundation of a new opportunity, could be a new job, could be a new creative project, could be a new romance. But typically the Pentacles is talking about that earthly thing. So it's more of a foundational piece, like something new is coming to the fore that is going to help you build a further foundation, moving towards your life purpose. All right? That's what I'm seeing in your tarot. Let's see what Spirit says in your final oracle cards. And you've got Void. The void moon, do nothing. Okay? Spirit is like, sit down, beloved. Oh, God. That's what I heard. It was like, just sit your behind down. Okay? Because Spirit is like, I got it. I got it at this point. But you've got to surrender and let's move forward. All right. You can focus your energy on redirecting your thoughts out of a place of anxiety and negative thinking into a place of all things are possible, into a place of abundance. Okay, that's what you can do. If you want to do something, then that's what you need to do. Other than that, Spirit is like, sit your behind down. Okay, just sit down and allow things to unfold without you holding so tightly that it's unable to move in the way that is going to best serve you. All right, you've got Dust Devil. So there may be a lot of chaos going on. This says moving out of stagnation, okay? And when the Dust Devil comes in, we don't want this energy sometimes, because the whole purpose of the Dust Devil is to blow up a bunch of things, bring in a bunch of chaos, so that things can move out of stagnation, so that things can shift. The Dust Devil brings change. The Dust Devil brings a breaking of illusion. The Dust Devil brings mess. Okay? It brings mess. But the thing is, out of the mess, we get clarity. Out of the mess, we get direction. Out of the mess, we let go of things that are no longer serving us. All right? So let that Dust Devil come on in there. And you've got trust and ease. Look at that. This trust card is all about what the divine is saying. It says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. That's your little mantra. It says it 3 times on here. It's easy for me to receive, okay? Sit your behind down. Sit your behind down and be ready to receive. Trust the divine and get into a posture in your mind and your spirit of being ready to receive, because good things are coming for you, pile 3. Good things. Be fearless is the final message here from Spirit. Be fearless. I love that. It is a 3. Change is coming. This has to do with your base and your sacral chakra. Okay? Whew. Be fearless. Has fear been holding you back? Have you been holding too tightly because you're afraid that something is going to go in a direction that you don't want it to go? Okay? Has fear been holding you back from following your dreams in your heart? Do you hold fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of change, fear of making a mistake, fear of what society might think and fear of life and death. The fear of failing can be immobilizing, and many wonderful opportunities are missed because of it. It serves only as a wall, stopping you from living a joyous life. When you hide behind that wall of fear, you not only slow down the process of transformation and growth, but you also attract what you most fear. Beloved, sit down. Sit down and trust in the divine. Allow ease to come in. Your mantra is, it's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. Okay? Oh, to transcend the repetitious wheel is to shine light and face those inner fears. This is not a battle, but an act of pure love and compassion. It's not about taking a bunch of action. It's about going within yourself, finding out from where these fears stem. Fears are usually born from something you've seen, heard, or experienced personally. Send the shade within you, love, understanding, and compassion. You are much stronger than you realize. Take that next step and live your life fearlessly. All right? That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at all of that light. And it's in the full moon. That's so gorgeous, y'all. This is the full moon. Embrace it. Embrace and trust, because beautiful things are coming to you, okay? So I hope this reading resonated with you. If you like the readings that you're getting on this channel, please hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what's working for you, what resonates with you. That certainly helps me on my journey. And that being said, I hope you have a joyfully abundant day. And I'll look for you and hope to see you in the next reading. All right. Bye.